start time, man.
Hello, and welcome to the crossover, where nothing is out of bounds and everything is fair game. We have a lot to cover with you today, but first, let's check in with the Tunnel Crew. Please give a warm welcome to Stacks, Aggie P, Rooftop, TP, and Big T.
What's happening, everybody? Once again, it is time for At Home with the Crossover. I am your man, Big T, alongside the usual cast of characters, my tag team partners, talking about none other than Radar. Radar Charles is in the house. Radar, what's up?
Now is the way, Big T, when you 5-0. It's time to play, baby.
There you go. There you go. And then we got the man with the Lawrence Taylor New York Giants Hall of Fame shirt. He also represents Aggie Pride, and that's why, thus the nickname Aggie P. AP, what's up?
Hey, Aggie Pride is still nationwide, Big T, but tonight, it's all about the Giants.
It's all about the G-Men.
About the Giants.
The G-Men. Hey, and then we got Mr. Smooth is back. Bro Mel is in the house. Hey, he got the Green Bay Packers shirt on, got the New York Yankees hat on, so you know where he stands. He is letting you know that, hey, when Aaron Judge hits that 60-second home run, he's good to go. Bro Mel, what's going on?
Hey, praise the Lord. Good to be back. Miss you guys.
Hey,
it's
missed
good to
you
be with
too,
my brothers
man.
and sisters in Christ, man.
There you go, man. Missed you as well. Hey, and then we got the queen, the first lady, mama, the doctor, the entrepreneur, all those things. She is in the house. TP, what's going on?
Blessings on blessings on blessings.
I'm love it.
Blessed.
Love it.
Blessings. No Radar, but I'm so blessed.
There you go. And then finally, that leaves the man that's not looking at the camera, got his head turned to the. Anyway, you can see the Eagles flag. You see this the big game logo on the back of the hat. Now he slowly turns around. Birdman is in the house. Bird, what's up?
4-0, baby.
Yeah, they 4-0. They had me nervous though because I picked them last week and they had me a little nervous early on. All right, hey, listen up. Together, we are the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. On this edition of At Home with the Crossover, we're going to talk concussions. We'll get into that a little bit later on in the show. Alabama wins but loses, and why pass up on a field goal from the 1 yard line that would put you ahead and possibly give you a chance to win a game. We're going to get into that and a whole lot more. But first, we got our hot topics. The hottest stories of sports may not be what everybody else is talking about, but it's things we, the Tunnel Crew, want to talk about. And we begin with the NFL, week 4 of the NFL. The Packers, Bromel's Green Bay Packers, took down the Patriots on Sunday, 27-24 in overtime, beat them without Mac Jones. It was tough. I mean, it was a little tougher than I thought it was going to be without Mac, but hey, they got it done. The Bucs got manhandled on Sunday football by Mahomes, 41-31. I mean, they just got destroyed. Mahomes hit 9 different receivers, 3 of them for touchdowns. And Kansas City rushed the ball 37 times for 189 yards. Is this Kansas City, y'all? I mean, is this the Chiefs we talking about? Tampa Bay, 6 carries for 3 yards. Meanwhile, TB12, 52 attempts for 377 yards, 3 touchdowns. Before we move on to some other games, Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on those 2 games? Packers narrowly beating the Patriots, the Bucs just getting getting waxed on Sunday Night Football.
Let me speak on the Packers a little bit. They
still
trying to find their way. Still we got some younger receivers.
Yep.
I think once our running game continue to involved, then we'll be okay.
Yeah.
The running game came through this past weekend.
Yeah.
And playing at home didn't hurt neither.
that always helps out.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Rest of the crew, any thoughts on those 2 games?
Well, I guess I'll speak on the other game, Big T. Hey, I was loving that game. I mean, Tom Brady was getting up off the turf a lot. He couldn't make the magic work. Hey,
no.
My homie running around like he's in the backyard, just flipping the ball and I mean, just throwing back across his body. I mean, hey,
That
I
touchdown
enjoyed it.
pass was awesome, wasn't it? You know, that
Yes,
one
man.
way.
Just, I mean, he looked like a little kid out there, man, just running
Yeah.
around. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I'm glad that that Tampa Bay got beat.
But you know what though? You got to give Brady credit though. 377 yards on 52 attempts, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. So I mean, they need to get him some help.
Brady need to be
himself.
broadcasting right now.
They need to be broadcasted. Yeah.
Yeah,
Need to get
before
him.
he get hurt.
You can see the difference this year with him, man. They're getting to him.
Yeah.
They're getting to him, and you can see it in the game. And if you ain't gonna run but that amount of time, that amount of attempts, then hey,
Yeah.
that's putting them in harm's way, man. He can start for 400 as long as they don't win. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. 6 carries for 3 yards. You got to do better than that.
Right.
Hey, anybody else before we move on? All right, well, let's move on. Hey, the Carolina Panthers, our Carolina Panthers, beat 26-16. They're 1-3 now. 220 yards of total offense. Baker had 197 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. And so at Radar, I see you grinning from ear to ear. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I was wrong. I thought Baker was going to be better than this. So, Total Crew, your thoughts on the Panthers?
Let me say this about Baker. I had a discussion with my brother the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That you can't put it all on him. You know what I'm saying? Your line still is not where it needs to be. That's first and foremost. And you haven't had that much time with the receivers. That shows pretty much often as well. And of course, he has the blame. You can't get all your balls batted down. And then they're not running the ball. You know, so it's a lot of blame to go around with the whole organization. Be honest with you, But you got to realize he only been there less than a month.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I'm not sure if it was the best interest to start him, but still, it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, anybody else got any thoughts on the Panthers?
Sound like Brother Mel trying to bail Baker out.
I ain't trying to bail him out. He playing this part too. But I just see the whole offensive side of the ball is not where it needs to be at.
Yeah,
as simple as that. But you can't blame it on. I can't blame it on one person. Yeah, he's doing his part. Some more to go with as well. So
I guess it just comes with the expectation.
Right.
Get a Heisman Trophy winner, and everybody say that he's this and he's that, and when you get a playmaker on your team, you can have a terrible running game, kind of like Tampa Bay. Just talked about look how many yards Brady threw for, but they only had how many yards rushing?
6 yards, 3.
Right.
I'm sorry, 3 yards. 6 carries for 3 yards.
Right. He still put up his numbers, so I guess that's probably why he gets a lot of the flack. But you're absolutely right, though, Brother Mel. I mean, it's a team effort, man.
Yeah,
and we all know the fundamentals of football. You got to run the ball to be able to pass it.
Right.
Exactly. Queen, you got any thoughts on the Panthers struggling at 1-3? Will Matt Rule survive?
Yes, I was actually gonna agree with Bro Mel and just say, hey, I kind of agree with him. With Baker just there, I feel like he hasn't had enough time. I just feel like he hasn't had enough time. And I know that people may disagree with me, but I know people expect that you're a professional. You're supposed to come in and just know everything. But you know what? Everything is just new. You're talking new people, new coach. I just feel like, come on, y'all let Cam Newton come back. He's gonna explode.
Wasn't my fault.
He said what?
You thought that he was gonna come in and explode.
Wasn't my fault.
Right in. And look, he ain't spent but what, a couple of months, not even a whole year, and he's gone. So don't expect the same thing from Bakerfield. You just don't expect that. Just let it flow. Let's really see. You're not expecting that either from Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he's struggling too.
Yeah, let these guys come in, get the rhythm going, get the rhythm for the organization, and then let's see. We put too much pressure that you're supposed to come in and instantly do it. And I do understand professionals, but you know what? You don't come into your job and where your place of employment and automatically know what to do. Somebody still has to show you. Somebody still got to get you into the swing of things. So don't put higher expectations where they shouldn't be.
To Aggie P's point, when you're the number 1 overall pick, you are expected to carry the load. We're not picking you number 1 because we think you're going to do it. We know you're going to do it. And when you don't perform for that team or this team, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on,
guys,
man.
The guys, this is the sad thing about it. I don't think we will ever see him with a team for a long period of time so you can really know what kind of quarterback he is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, like, so based on what we saying here now, so what we're looking at, maybe 2 years with a team and then he should start clicking. I don't think he's going to be with a team that long.
And he probably won't, because you have to look at how many coordinators he done had when he in Cleveland. They switch coaches left and right with them as well.
Yeah.
He had a few good years, but still he's in the same boat. And like you said, Aggie P, if he end up not doing that well with Carolina, he's going to be one of those coaches one of those quarterbacks going to be a backup. I'm just going to say. He's going to be a backup, a good backup. But for right now, and he's learning this new system from the offensive coordinator that came from the Giants. It's a whole new different ball game, man. Then you're just going out there and doing your own thing and think you're going to run around and throw it to some receivers, and our receivers can't even get off the ball. That's the issue with that.
Yeah. Can't get any separation.
None whatsoever.
Well, hey, moving on real quick. Hey, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I just wanted to mention it because they're absolutely killing. The Jets are killing me, okay? And I'm talking about it. I picked 3. I picked the Jets to lose to Cleveland. Cleveland led the whole game, and with a minute and 30 seconds left, they blow a 13-point lead, and the Jets beat them, okay? First time in NFL history that's happened. And then Sunday, the Steelers got the lead in the 4th quarter, and the Jets, Wilson's 8 out of 25 through 3 quarters, y'all. And this dude goes 11 out of 13 and scores the game-winning touchdown. And once again, I said, I'm not picking against the Jets again. Have y'all been impressed with the Jets, though, bouncing back from that 0-2 start?
You don't have anything else. You gotta have anything else but to be satisfied.
Hey, they went on 2 11-play drives Sunday against the Steelers, man. 11 for 90 and 11 for 76. Come on now. Anyway, hey, we're moving on. Broncos handed Vegas their first win, so Vegas is off the snide. The Jags played well. But Birdman's Eagles got the win in the driving rainstorm. Eagles are 4-0. Are the Eagles the best team in the league? We're gonna start with Bird. Go ahead and make your case, man.
Okay, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Bird.
Oh Lord.
And we are 4-0. But it's too early to be talking about are we the best? No,
Lord.
We're not the best. We still got some proving grounds because we got to face a whole bunch of teams that's been up and down. And after the bye week, our schedule gets a whole lot tougher. So don't expect us to stay undefeated. If we do stay undefeated, it's because of that defense.
I love the we. We.
I'm very surprised about that answer.
Yeah, I like that though, Birdman.
I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I am going to stick for my team, but I'm a realist. I can see us losing a game. I can see it.
Oh, yeah, you're going to lose
you're going to lose 1 game.
I can see us losing 1. You sound like, oh, boy. Hey, 1 rib.
Right.
1 game. All right.
Yeah. They tough right now, Birdman. They tough right now.
They look like the team to beat right now. Anybody else want to talk about Birds, Eagles before we move on?
I think he summed it up. Right there. They are the team to beat.
He did. Well, hey, we'll see if they can keep it rolling. Like I said, they had me nervous when they were down. What was it, 14-0? I was like, come on, man.
We didn't flinch. You
say you didn't flinch?
No, we didn't flinch.
Hey,
that's light work.
When we come back on this edition of At Home with the Crossover, we're going to get into a little bit of John Harbaugh talk and how he might have cost the Ravens a chance to win that game on Sunday. And we'll talk about that and much, much more on the other side of break. You're listening to At Home with the Crossover.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, The Joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Be sure to catch this At Home edition of the show Tuesday night, 7 p.m. because you don't want to miss Radar Charles, chewing and eating and all that stuff, and Aggie P drinking and and the queen to put her glasses on, looking super smart, everything. Bird sitting there, doing his thing. I don't know what it is, but he kissing the ring. Okay, he's kissing the ring. And of course, Mr. Smooth in the house, doing his thing, representing. So, hey, catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. YouTube is the place. 7 p.m. is the time. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the WLJF app. You can find it on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. All right, let's jump right in here real quick because we're going to wrap up. Oh, go ahead, Radar. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, just wanted to let you know what was going on social media.
Sir, do that.
Small Warner and B. Smith said, welcome back, TP. It's good to have you back.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah, they were showing love to TP. And I told him, I said, yeah, she finally came back. She finished celebrating those 2 wins.
Listen, he got to talk. And he got to talk junk,
So I said, it's good that she's back with us,
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for that. And for all the listeners.
Get behind these statements.
No. I said something nice, bro, Mel. I said something nice.
And you still catching.
That's not a compliment. That was a closed-ended compliment.
You still catching L. Hey, for all the fans and listeners, we appreciate your support. Tune in every week, and be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and let us know what you think. All right, let's jump back into the NFL. We got just a couple of quick mentions here before we jump into the Jim Harbaugh situation, or John Harbaugh. I'm sorry, keep getting mixed up with his brother. Man, the Lions are 1-3. I know y'all saying, why you bring up the Lions? Because I want to warn y'all, in our little picks segment here, don't pick against the Lions without some careful consideration, because they're 1-3, but they don't put up 35, 24, 45, all losses, and then 36 in their only win. Last week it was a loss, but these jokers had 520 yards, 384 passing, 145 rushing. If they can figure out how to stop somebody,
that's the
Lions might be dangerous now.
Yeah.
And then the other quick mention is Aggie P's Giants 3-1. Congratulations. I think Saquon Barkley had 145 on Sunday or whatever. Yeah. And then the Cowboys are surprised with a backup quarterback. They 3-1. You know, so just wanted to throw those two out there.
You was doing good, Big T.
Say until I miss the Cowboy.
Yeah, you just killed the spirit on the cross. Yes.
Why we had to bring them up?
Right.
Well, because they are a bit of a surprise. Tell me y'all not surprised they 3-1 after Dak went down. I mean, seriously. Yeah.
But it's the defense, though.
Yeah, it's the defense.
Yeah.
That defense is tenacious.
They are really
Do I
good.
have to give Cooper Rush credit? Do I
You
have
to? You have to.
Yeah, you do.
All right, so let's jump on in here to this Ravens game because that was the game of the weekend, I thought. And Ravens, man, we know, of course, they blew a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter to Miami 2 weeks ago. And then on Sunday, they had a 17-point lead in the second quarter. And just watched it slowly chipped away by Buffalo. And then they had it with the game tied in the fourth quarter with just minutes left to go. You got the ball down there inside the 5-yard line. You have 3 straight plays. You can't get in the end zone. So what do? If you're tied 20 apiece, right? Don't you kick the field goal and go up by 3? I mean, your defense has been, making Buffalo work for it. No. They say, 4th and 1, we're going for it. And throw an interception in the back of the end zone, Lamar Jackson. Buffalo goes on an 80-yard drive and kicks a game-winning field goal, runs the clock out. Thoughts, Tunnel Crew, did Harbaugh make the right decision going for it, or should he took the field goal and gave his team a chance?
Well, I think he probably did it because he knew they was going to come down and score like they just did. But I guess, he's a gambler. He's a gambler. So, I didn't, just watching that game, the running game seemed like it wasn't non-existent that much, man.
Yeah.
Once they got that lead, they couldn't do anything, man.
Yeah. Well, and we've seen him do that before. I mean, he's done that, in the past, and they've lost games where he's gambled, went for it on 4th and 1, stuff like that when they were in field goal range. I mean,
and I do think the weather played a role in it.
Yeah.
Well, according to him, this analytics, stuff that they're using now in the NFL and in college too, that he made the right choice. According to that. But I mean, I wish we could go back. If my father was living right now, he would say, just use common sense.
Your common sense.
Yeah. Take the points, man.
That's right.
I don't know.
Let me ask you, since you played, college football and everything, the locker room, do you think there are guys that are like, come on, man, we got a chance to win, because I heard that the Pete Carroll lost the Seattle team, and that's why that team ended up breaking up. Now he's rebuilt it, but he lost that team when he refused to say that call in the big game. When Russell Wilson threw that interception was the wrong call. He said he would do it over again if he had to do it. And there was somebody went on record as saying he talked to a lot of guys in the locker room off the record, and they said he lost us. Do you think players are looking at Harbaugh and say, "Come on, coach"? Yeah. I mean, we're playing hard out here. Give us a chance.
Right. Giving it up, and like I say, the situation just seems so common sense. To everybody, and when you got a situation like that, I'm sure a lot of the players are, disagreeing with the coach. And then the thing about it is, if you're an NFL player disagreeing with the coach, it's like grown up to grown up.
Yeah.
I mean, that could get kind of heated.
Yeah.
As we have seen a lot of the football players fighting and, sideline with the coaches and all that type stuff. So, yes, to answer that question, Big T, I know the locker room is probably heated, on the decision that he's making.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, hey, that was the Ravens. I think it's 6. It might be the 5th, but I think it was their 6th straight home loss. And several of them, they've blown big leads. And Buffalo, remember last week we talked about Buffalo being 0-7 and 1-score games? Well, they snapped that by winning that one. Anybody else got any thoughts on this before we move to college? All right, let's jump on into some college football. And like we mentioned in the opening, Bama won. but they may have lost. I haven't heard the update yet, but they beat Arkansas 49-26. But Bryce Young injured his shoulder. They're saying it's an AC shoulder separation. And they're saying it's day to day, though. You know, according to Nick Saban, AC shoulder sprain. I'm sorry, not separation, sprain. And according to Nick Saban, you know, it's the injuries day to day. Georgia struggled for the second week in a row. Barely got past Missouri. I mean, they trailed the whole game, and it took a last second score to pretty much win that thing 26-22. As a result of that, Alabama has leapfrogged them to number one. Georgia fell to number two. Your thoughts on Bama moving to number one, possibly losing Bryce Young, the Heisman Trophy winner for last year, and Georgia struggles the last 2 weeks. They've looked pretty bad.
Who is 3, Big T?
3 is Ohio State, the Buckeyes.
Okay. Wow. Your number 1 and 2 is struggling.
Yeah.
And Ohio State is playing pretty good. We might see a changing of the guard, man. I mean, it just all depends on if their quarterback comes back for Alabama.
Yep.
And I don't know what's Georgia's problem. I think I saw them in the first game. And I think they had to come back then, but I didn't get to see them this past weekend. So did anybody see the Georgia game and know why they struggle? Is it the running game or
I saw the end of the game. I didn't see the whole thing, so I don't know exactly what the issue was. But I know every time I looked up, it was 10-0 and 13-3. They were trailing the whole game, you know.
Oh, wow.
Missouri, man, they ran the ball on them pretty good. You know, they just kept it close, man. They played. You got to give them credit, man. They came to play.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a struggle. Every team's gonna maybe struggle one game during the year. And this may just been Georgia's, time to struggle that game right there. But you got to give Missouri. They was ready for them.
Yeah, I like something you said too, bro, Mel. The fact we always, when there's a really good team, we always say, "What did they do wrong?" and we don't give the other team credit. Why is it like that? We just won't give the other team. If somebody is really good and they struggle, we say, well, what did they do wrong? Why did they struggle? Hey, the other team played,
right. They struggled because the other team had a good game plan.
Yeah, right.
And they ran the ball against Georgia. They ran the ball against Georgia. And it's a copycat, just like pros is a copycat league in college too.
Yeah, that's right.
Being successful, you're going to hear the other teams going to start doing some of the similar stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's why I said, I was going to say, that's why I said what I said about the Panthers. I said, that's why I said that because, I saw in the huddle where they talked about the show in the huddle. And what they said was basically, what did we do that was right? What did we do that in order to have chemistry? And I see, Aggie P, I see that you laughing. And I know it's a show.
I'm laughing at Ray.
I was gonna say we laughing at Radar shaking his head because I was sitting there with Radar.
Well, I was gonna say, I didn't look at it so much just the Panthers, but that was my comment for the Panthers. But any team that's been together for a while is gonna have great chemistry. I hear you say that all the time, Aggie P. Y'all had great chemistry. That's how y'all was able to win the championship. And another thing is just kind of being together, finding out what works for certain people. That takes time, and that's the only thing that I kind of don't care for in sports today versus maybe 20 years and 30 years ago. So before, a coach would stick around. Now they kind of float every year or so. And I kind of really miss that dream team or that team together. I really kind of miss that, and then just to tough it out.
Yeah, you got to look at that too. That's a good point, TP, because this transfer portal thing is killing some teams, man. And some of these other teams, man, some of these FCS teams, man, they giving these FBS teams some run for their money, man.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, okay, Bird. So guess what? It's real quick. Clemson extended their home streak to 37 games after they beat NC State 30-20. Congratulations to them. They're in control of the ACC right now. And Birdman's Wake Forest Demon Deacons went down to Tallahassee, Florida, beat up on Florida State. And I have to say, Bird, I did not think they were, the last 2 weeks they've shown me something. Nearly beating Clemson and then going on the road and beating a 4-0 Florida State team the way they did. Wake Forest is legit, man.
Did you expect anything less? We own Florida State.
Yes, we do.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Because of Hartman.
Nobody expect that.
We beat them 6 straight times.
But y'all dominated them. I didn't expect domination, man. That was pretty much over, after the second quarter. So, hey, everybody, catch this at-home edition of the Crossover Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends about it. Then on Thursday nights, and that's Tuesday nights at 7 p.m., by the way. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app, and you can find it in Google Play and the iTunes Store. When we come back, it's time for the question of the day.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Be sure to catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on YouTube. The Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel is the place. And the time is 7 p.m., like I said, Tuesday night. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell everybody you know about it. And then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it also online, but at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the WLJF app, and you can find it both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. All righty. So last week, Tua, Thursday Night Football. I know people are probably saying, man, y'all didn't mention that game at all when you're talking about the NFL. Well, that's because we were saving it. Tua suffered a concussion on Thursday Night Football last week against the Bengals. And should he have even been out there? Because 3 days prior to that, on Sunday, in that big Bills game that I was so happy that we won, he appeared to suffer a concussion in that game. When he slammed his head on the ground, got up, was stumbling around, fell down, had to be picked up, and then got wobbly legs again, had to be picked up again by his offensive lineman. And so after Thursday night, it was a pretty frightening scene. I mean, his fingers seized up. It was really scary. And so that leads us to, our question of the day. And the question of the day is this: who is to blame for Tua's concussion? Because the independent neurological consultant that is basically hired by the NFL Players Association. He was fired on Sunday, and they said, based on everything, Tua shouldn't have been cleared. It basically gave the Dolphins an out because they said, hey, the reason we put him back in against the Buffalo game, and the reason we let him play Thursday night is because he was cleared by the Players Association doctor. So we had no reason to believe that there was going to be a problem. So Tunnel Crew, who is to blame for Tua's concussion? I'm throwing that out there, and let's talk about it. Let's see what everybody thinks.
Somebody please go.
I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being very serious when I say this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I know I joke around a lot, but I'm being very serious. I blame Big T because Big T told us that was a back injury, right, Aggie P? You remember how adamant, you remember how he woke up his debate that night? He went off on me. He said, hey, it was the back. And he came back in and he performed and won the game. And I was like, okay. You remember I threw my hands up. I said, okay, Dr. Seuss. See, you got the prognosis. He must be good. He must be okay.
Okay,
so
all right.
Play anyway.
Hey,
y'all
know something
here for that.
Y'all know something that's funny. I don't remember any of that, but
Birdman, and I'm gonna make this real short and sweet. That's why I went first. Big T went off and said, Tua is playing better than ever. There's no way we can allow him to sit right now. We need him. We're gonna go 13-0.
So,
we're gonna win the big game.
So I called the team up and say, y'all better put him in Thursday.
He said put him in. Bro, man, it wasn't even a question. You remember? They didn't even call and say, hey, we're gonna take him through the protocol. None of that. Big T shut all that down Tuesday when he said it was the back injury.
It was a back.
That's what the doctor said. That's what I'm gonna say. That's why.
So you blaming me?
I'm blaming Big T.
Okay,
it's all Big T fault.
All right, let's move on. Okay, so that's one for me. Let's move on.
Go ahead, TP.
So I was gonna say that Miss Niecy Pfeiffer said the medical staff as well as the coaching staff. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say the same thing. That's exactly what my answer was gonna be. Mm-hmm. Because anybody who clears for him to go onto the field is to blame. And the reason I'm gonna say the coaching staff is because the coaches are supposed to be able to look at you and know. And I do admit that the coaches rely on the medical staff. Yeah. Now the medical staff, that's their job. You know how they say you only got one job, but that's their job.
That's their job.
And I'm putting it more so on the medical staff than I am for the coaches, because it is difficult for coaches to look at all 65 players before they go in there. But that's how they do now. They're gonna blame them. But in all actuality, I'm gonna blame the guy who put him in there. Because there's supposed to be a protocol. So everybody who's responsible who did not follow that protocol, they're to blame.
Okay, and I'm glad. Oh man, this is good. This is why I didn't want to go first, because I want to go now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yeah, I mean, because I knew that this would be the answers that we would get, but I'm gonna tell you who's to blame. Tua is to blame.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something about it.
Wow, that's good.
You are groomed. I mean, this is serious stuff here now. They groom you to be what I guess, let's put it, a warrior, to have that type mentality. You are a team player. You are not to let your team down. And you would do anything to get back on that field to help your team. Even if you know that your body is saying no, you are taught to push your body to make it say yes for those minutes that you got to perform on that field.
Yeah.
Tua knew that he was not supposed to be out there on that field.
Wow.
But
that's good.
The athlete and the mentality that they coach you and they teach you to have and they train you to have forces you to go and make those crazy decisions to go out there on that field and perform and not let your team down.
Wow,
so, that's very good. The guy that got fired is unfortunate. you know, that he got fired. But Tua should have said, I just can't do it this week.
Yeah, I'm not ready. Yep.
Right. I mean, you know when you're not ready. But hey, my answer is Tua, and that's the way they I mean, I hate to say it, especially back during our days, it was just so barbaric. You know, I see guys with busted ribs and can barely lift their arm and
still going out there.
Go by that cream of Jesus, get you a good scoop, pull it on the shoulder, Big T.
Lather it up.
And you're going out there running like this, but nothing will keep you off that field from performing, man. It's the, you know, I talked to my family about it, my son and everything. It's the craziest mentality that you have, because when you're looking at it from the normal eye, you say, those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what you know, that's what you've been taught, and that's what you do. So not to take up any more time, Tua's fault.
Man, hey, I wasn't expecting that, but that's a great answer.
I got another twist to it too. I'm saying it's Tua and the doctors. Because Agape knows once they start asking you them questions, you have to give them the answer that they're looking for. If you want to get back in there. Yeah. And most players ain't gonna say what the doctors want them to say. Because of what Agape is saying. They want to be there with their teammates. They want to go out and show that they can still play, knowing that they're really not all there. I play football. I've gotten a ding and know what it feels like, and you know, didn't stick with it all throughout my career, because that's one of the things that can happen. You know, when your head hit the ground with your helmet. And back then, them helmets wasn't nowhere near what they playing with today. So, you know, but I think Tua had something to do with it as well. You know, but I'm not putting them 100% blame on it. But I know they asked him questions, and what the answer he gave them, they took his answers instead of looking at it with their eyes to see. What he couldn't do to get back to the sideline. And that's because he wanted to be a team player. You know, he went back out there, you know. So
and I heard a lot of guys saying they were like, hey, he's our guy, you know, he showed toughness and all that stuff. You're coming back in the Buffalo game. Obviously, they weren't saying that after the Cincinnati game, but you know, TP, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, so in this instance, it makes Antonio Brown look real good. Because don't y'all remember Antonio Brown said there's a certain instant he was not coming back in that game?
Yeah, that's right.
Coaches forced him to try to go back in that game, and he was like,
he stripped down.
But you gotta look at it though, TP. He out there running around, jumping around. His ankle supposed to be hurt, right?
Yeah.
So he was jumping around, taking off.
Hey, doing jumping jacks off the field, right?
doing jumping jacks and running around.
I'm more than with you, but I feel like this, and I've seen it. You know, when the NFL used to have Jerry Jones on their little show, like if a player got hurt, Jerry Jones used to go down there. This is the thing. They know sometimes when they get hurt that money ain't coming the way it was. You know, the owner is putting pressure on them. You're gonna go out there on that field. The coaches are putting pressure on them. You know. That's what I'm looking at. I will admit that Miss Niecy Pfeiffer said the same thing as Aggie P. She said Tua needs to be held accountable because he told them he was fine. In my 10 years of working in the medical field, I have never seen a person with a back injury act that way. So,
Hey, Bird, we want you to get a chance to answer. Go ahead and give us your thoughts, man.
Well, you know what? Take it from somebody who's actually had a concussion and has craniosynostosis. I blame everybody in this situation because everybody is connected from the NFLPA all the way down to Tua. I hold Tua more so accountable because as a player, you should know that, like I said, I had concussions. I know those symptoms don't just go away over in a couple of months, even though they tell you, oh, you're going to be fine, heal up. They don't just go away, especially in a game like football. You take one shot to that head, you're not going to be the same. That's what shortened people's careers now.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to be held more so accountable, but everybody else in this situation needs to be held accountable too, because as the player, you should already know your health.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to help your team win. You're trying to be 4-0. You're trying to get them, the best record possible, but is it really worth it to stay undefeated to cost your career, your health? You could have, and you possibly did shorten your career by doing this. So,
well, and the thing is, it's they say when you get a concussion, that first one, then it becomes easier to get a second one. And I'm gonna put the blame. I mean, I agree with everybody. As a Dolphins fan, I agree with everybody. But I'm gonna say I put the blame on Mike McDaniel because this is your first year as a head coach, okay? And all the players love you. They say you're a player's coach. They say he's a fun guy, this, that, and the other. This is your chance to show everybody. I don't care what the doctors say. I don't care what the league says. I don't care what the owner says. I'm gonna show my guys I care about y'all. I think more of you as a person than you as a player. I would not want to give the image that it's all about win at all costs. And so if I was McDaniel, I would have done like Mike Tomlin did. They said Mike Tomlin a few years ago when Ryan Clark suffered out of Denver, he found that he had a breathing issue related to the altitude, and it caused some health issues. And the next year they were going back to Denver, and he wanted to give a pitch to Mike Tomlin to convince him to let him go. And he said the pitch was supposed to be at least 30 minutes long. And Mike Tomlin listened to him for about 3 minutes and told him, shut up, you're not going. You're staying here. We're getting on that plane and we're flying to Denver, because he said he looked at me as like I was one of his sons, and he treated me that way. And so to me, McDaniel had the opportunity to say, hey, Tua, you matter more to me than winning this football game. So you know what? You're not going to play Thursday night, okay? Because I know neck and back. To me, everybody's blowing off neck and back. Do you realize you could be paralyzed with a neck and back injury? I mean, to me, it should be treated seriously either way, whether it was head or neck and back. So I think the coach let him down, the doctor let him down, the team let him down. He let himself down. But yeah, if I had to single one person out, I'd say McDaniel. This is your chance to show him, hey, man, you matter to me as a person. That's my.
You know what, Big T? You know what else? I would have hit his helmet from him.
Yeah.
The minute he stumbled on that field, I would say, give me his helmet.
Give me his helmet. Yeah.
If you look at his interview too, Big T, he was very uncomfortable up there.
Yeah.
Answering those questions, man. He really didn't know what to say, to be honest.
He did. Yeah. He showed his inexperience as a first-time head coach that's only coached 4 games, And
he still didn't really give you the answer.
No. No. Maybe it'll be a learning lesson for him moving forward,
Oh, it is.
Right.
And they act like Teddy Bridgewater is such a bad alternative.
Yeah. Given a chance to learn the system and all that stuff, Teddy can probably get it done, for a few weeks. So, well, hey, it was a good discussion, y'all. Great question today. We really enjoyed it. Hope the listeners enjoyed it. Hey, like Nisi Pfeiffer giving her thoughts and comments is really appreciated. Hey, catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on YouTube for At Home with the Crossover. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends about it. You can catch us on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Then on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it also online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the WLJF app. You can find it on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. When we come back, we'll wrap this thing up.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent. that specialize in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up report. Let's send it back to the Tunnel Crew.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And like Radar said, and the buffer there, it is, get off the phone, man. Said it is time for the wrap-up. So we're going to jump on into it here. We'll recap what happened last week.
No, don't.
So you don't want to? Aggie P said, no, don't do that. Don't do it. All right, let's go ahead and look at everybody's record for last week and see how we did.
Second, getting it up right now.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, you know what? I can go ahead and jump on into it. Hey, Radar won the week. He went 5-0. I can't believe it. Y'all remember when Radar used to be really bad at this? At the picks. Remember we used to talk junk about him, make fun of him? That dude. Hey, 5-0. I was sitting there looking at the Bills game and I said, boy, Radar pulled that one out. I mean, I don't know how he squeaked that one out.
Bro, man, he thought he was having a bad day when Tua got hurt. But when I got 5-0, boy, he was really mad.
He squeaked that one out, man. So he went 5-0 last week. Me, Birdman, and Stats all tied at 4-1. Bromel and TP says 2-3, but it should be 3-2. Her and Bromel tied at 3-2. And Aggie P, man, tough week, man. He went 1-4. Yeah. He got Alabama right, but that was it. You know, missed all the NFL and missed. Hey, he picked Florida State over Wake, which I don't blame you. I didn't see that one coming. You know,
didn't see it coming, Big T.
So let's look at the overall standings. And remember, we're doing a playoff this December. We're gonna have the first annual Tunnel Crew playoff. The top 4 Tunnel Crew members make the playoff. Bromel is currently number 1, 128 wins. Aggie P is number 2 with 120 wins. Radar broke the tie from last week. We had a tie last week, but his 5-0 this week puts him at number 3 at 116. I'm number 4, 115. TP is 5 at 109, and she's 6 games out of the last playoff spot. Birdman is 103, and he's 12 games back out of the last playoff spot. And Stats got 98 wins. He's 17 games back. He is that classic phrase that we hear every year, mathematically. hey, not officially, but mathematically more than likely eliminated from the.
And Big T, I almost felt sorry for Aggie P. Because I almost felt sorry for him, but I said, wait a minute, this brother been winning for the last 2 weeks. It was Bromel, Aggie P, Bromel, Aggie P. I had to break it up, sir.
You had to break it up. Hey, 5-0, man. I'm telling you.
Radar.
That's boy. That's boy. Hey, it's not easy to go 5.
It's not, man. That's
man. So that's doing something. All right, let's so the games for this week we had to pick are, we're doing our NFL pick 3, so we're picking 3 teams every week. You can't use the same team twice. So got the 3 teams you had to pick, and then any 2 of these 4 college games. We got number 17 TCU at 4-0, at number 19 Kansas 5-0. Got number 8 Tennessee and Hendon Hooker. They're 4-0. At number 25 LSU is 4-1. Got number 11 Utah at number 18 UCLA. That's a 4-1 versus a 5-0. And Florida State, the team we were just talking about, they're 4-1. They're coming to Raleigh, take on number 14 and 4-1 NC State. Bro Mel, give us your pick, sir.
Oh, we got the Tennessee Titans, NFL. We got my Packers coming off a 1-game winning streak. And we got Saints. Saints play great at home.
Yeah.
Tennessee, I'm gonna tell y'all better keep an eye on Tennessee.
Better wake up, huh?
Yeah. Tennessee, then I got UCLA.
All right. And Bro Mel has 13 weekly wins for the tiebreaker. Next, Aggie P.
Okay, we're going to go with the Jaguars, the 49ers, and the Ravens.
All right.
I think the Ravens going to bounce back. And my two college teams are Tennessee, Hooker, Heisman, NC State.
All right. And Aggie P has 11 weekly wins for the tiebreaker. Next, that would be me. Got the Bills, Jaguars, and Buccaneers in my NFL pick 3. I took University of Kansas in that game, and NC State Wolfpack over Florida State. I have 11 weekly wins for the tiebreaker. Next, we got Radar.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jaguars, the 49ers, the Cowboys, as odd as that may sound. Also with the Tennessee Volunteers and TCU. Texas Christian University.
Got the Horned Frogs, and he's got 7 weekly wins for the tiebreaker. The Queen.
I have the Titans, the 49ers, the Saints, Kansas, UCLA.
And she has 7 weekly wins for the tiebreaker. Man, the 49ers are the team of the week. Everybody picking them. Next, Birdman.
I got the Broncos, the 49ers, and the Jets. And then I got TCU and LSU.
And he's got 7 weekly wins for the tiebreaker. That leaves stats. I'll read his. Got the Chiefs, the Colts, and the Buccaneers. In the NFL, he's got Kansas and Florida State for college. He's got 3 weekly wins for the tiebreaker. All right. Oh, and then we got the producer, but the P. He's doing the NFL pick 3 also. He took this week the Jaguars, 49ers, and the Titans. And he went 3-0 in the NFL pick 3 last week. So he did pretty good. So there you have it. Hey, by the way, as far as the NFL pick 3 is concerned, Stats is leading the way 7-2. That brother is, since we've been picking the NFL pick 3 games.
Hey, Big T, if he's leading the way in the picks, then why is he still last place?
He's like the Detroit Lions.
That's right.
Scoring all these points but can't win a game.
Can't win a game. All right, y'all shut up. Shout out, candidates. Radar, got to do it quick.
Shut up and play Aaron Rodgers.
All right, Aggie P.
Oh man, well, I'm next. Shout out to the Toner crew. Hey,
there you go, Bro Mel.
Shout out to Elon, 4-1, number 14 in the rankings.
Hey, I love it, man.
Shout out to my Demon Deacons, 23-15.
There you go, TP.
Shout out to Nisi Pfeiffer for hanging in there, going to school.
Love it. Hey, and my shut up and players for Oklahoma, giving up 55 points. TCU just scored again. All right, for Birdman.
Whosoever believe in him.
For Radar.
Narrows the way.
For Aggie P.
No weapon.
For Bromel.
Hey, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
For TP.
Shout out Bobby Wagner for Brother Percy.
There you go. I'm your man, Big T, signing up and saying, no matter where y'all look up and know that your creator's there. Till next time, see you, and we might want to be you.
That's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week for the crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.